Hey everybody, how you doing? I just got my laptop just started playing a video. How's everybody doing? I hope you're all well. Welcome to Profiling Evil. I'm Mike King. Today we're going to just spend a couple of minutes. I wanted to talk about this dang Waukesha parade murder trial. This thing is driving me batty, and I don't know how you're feeling about it, but I thought let's just get on. We'll talk for a minute. We'll put on the video that I prepared, and we'll talk a little bit about that as things go on, and hopefully maybe have some time to answer a few questions. So let me just look here. Darlene Jones Nelson says judge is showing a lot of restraint. Saint. Yeah, I agree. I'll tell you what. Imagine how difficult that's been for her. Margaret is saying, I've lost respect for the judge. She needs to stand by her word and stop letting him run the trial. I think a lot of people feel that way, Margaret, but I guess the issue is, do you want to do everything you can to avoid this trial being overturned and going back? And I think that's what the judge is trying to do, but I could be wrong. I think I think Her Honor is showing incredible restraint. And Krista Penman from Scotland. Hi, I'm actually trying to book a flight from Edinburgh to Dublin, and I'm looking at all these crazy add-on charges, Ryanair. So thanks for dialing in. Kind of helps me satisfy some of my frustration with Scotland right now. Well, actually with Ryanair, because can't be mad at Scotland. That's where my roots are. So anyway, folks, let's jump into this. I wanted to play a video I had created, talk a little bit, and we'll just see where this darn thing takes us. So I hope you're all doing well. Thanks for jumping on. Mary Howard, hello. Carolyn Page, let's see, Scarlett, Jenny Alcott, William Morris. Hey, good to see you, William. So yeah, and no, I'm not in the UK. I have to just get over there soon, and I was just booking some flights. Good to see my buddy Ray Kelly popping in. And Ruth, yeah, the judge has been amazing. She's trying to avoid a mistrial. This thing's crazy. We'll see what you have to think about some of the comments that I make in today's video. I have been pretty darn frustrated, but let's jump into that and we'll talk in just a moment. So welcome, folks, as you continue to pour in.
Mr. Brooks, listen to me, please. I'm going to ask this question one more time.
Man,
it calls for a yes or no.
I don't like your tone and the way you're talking to me. I don't.
Mr.
I don't
Brooks,
appreciate it.
Sit down. I don't care if you don't like my tone. You've been pushing my buttons all day throughout this entire trial, and I have showed the utmost of respect for you, and I don't appreciate you impugning the integrity of this court.
If that's what you want to call it, that's fine, but it's not accurate.
Stop talking.
What you mean, stop talking?
I need to make a ruling. Okay,
well,
I'm purposely not putting you in the other courtroom
let's
now.
Let's talk to each other like adults, then.
Mr.
Because
Brooks,
I've never told you to stop talking.
Well, I was so frustrated by Darrell Brooks' crocodile tears that I downloaded the video, I listened to it again, and I wondered, should this guy get the Best Actor award, or should the state of Wisconsin get his jail cell ready for arrival? Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to Profiling Evil. Now, if you've been watching the Brooks trial, the one in Wisconsin, chances are you've either bounced between utter amazement, maybe a little bit of laughter, and absolute anger. Well, this week, it was no different as the state rested their case against Darrell Brooks, and he made his opening statement. I hope you'll hit that like and subscribe button and let your friends know about Profiling Evil. But let's look at this video of his statement, and I want to get your impressions.
However, that the opening statements are not evidence. With that, go ahead, sir.
Obviously, I don't have any rehearsed or well well-prepared speech, so I'm just gonna speak from the heart. I would just like to first say that I want to bring to remembrance something I think everyone in this room has been taught pretty much as far back as we can remember, is that there's always two sides to every story. And for so long now, roughly a year, there's only truly been one side told of this story. And I've sat back and watched from countless narratives that's been put out there, the way this incident has been portrayed at times, and finally everyone getting a chance to get the full story. You won't hear me try to argue facts. The fact is that this incident was tragic, very tragic. That's not lost on me. Facts are that there's still a lot of people healing, a lot of families healing on both sides. And when I'm confident that the evidence will show, sorry, I'm getting a little emotional. When I'm confident that the evidence will show is that this incident was not planned. This incident was not intentional. And this incident was never even thought about. It's easy to I'm sorry. Just need a second. I think it's it's easy to look at the magnitude of something like this and form opinions. I think it's easy to disregard a lot of factors. And I think in reference to what I stated earlier, it's easy to forget the other side of the coin. There's been a lot of suffering involved in this incident, a lot. Obviously, with the families, with the community. And even the alleged defendant's family as well. There's been a lot of suffering. A lot of misunderstanding. And I just want you to keep in mind everything that will be presented in its totality. Keep in mind. The power that you have. I believe that should escape your knowledge. This has been a long process for everybody. And what I believe is when it's time for you to make your decision, all of you, I believe that, and I pray that it's the right decision. That all the factors are weighed. There's been a lot of words thrown out there about the alleged. A lot of speculation, a lot of ridicule. Words like demon. Words like monster. I know a lot of the time I've been before you, you see me with this mask on. I've had my reasons for that. But I feel now is the time to, it's important that you see me for who I am. No mask, for who I am. I think this is the moment for that. I pray that your eyes and ears remain as open as possible. And understand that you alone decide this matter. The power is in your hands, all of you. To determine for yourselves what truth is. Thank you.
Well, here's my take. He took great pride in making sure that we all knew that his remarks were not prepared and not written down. Well, holy cow, that's an understatement, and what an embarrassment. This guy is fighting the biggest fight of his life, a fight where the state's charging him with 76 different felonies, including 6 murder charges. The state says he intentionally turned his red SUV into a Waukesha Christmas parade and started running people down. He did it after fleeing a domestic violence case. Well, in his defense, he just says he didn't plan it. It wasn't intentional, and he didn't even think about it. Does this guy think that that somehow minimizes the destructive acts he's committed, the lives he's destroyed, the community that he's damaged? Does he think that somehow that he should be less responsible for his crime? I personally am really tired of him, and I got real tired when I watched him wiping his eyes like he was damming the floodgates of tears. He kept trying to bring attention to it. You know, I studied this video over and again. I just don't see any. I don't see any tears. He had that little tiny piece of tissue paper that he used over and over again. I don't know about you, but I've cried before, and tissue paper soaks up water. It soaks up tears. It gets smaller. You have to toss it out and get another one. That little piece of tissue paper looked exactly the same when he finished his oration as when he began. You know, I've watched a lot of remorseful people in my life, and when they're sniffing and wiping their noses and their eyes, you usually see fluid glistening in the eyes, hanging over the eyes, the eyelids, and draining down the face and across the cheeks. You see fluid running from the nose. And by the way, did you notice when you look closely at his eyes that they weren't getting red? I mean, again, I've cried a little bit in my life, and my eyes always seem to support the emotion I'm feeling. My nose runs, and fluid actually comes down my cheeks. My voice might even quiver. Am I missing the cues that tell me his tears are for real? Now, I'm trying to give this guy the benefit of the doubt. Perhaps it's my own hope that he's not a complete psychopath, that he might actually feel some remorse, some empathy or compassion. I even tried blaming his lack of tears on dehydration or low humidity. Heck, I come from a desert state where the air is pretty darn dry. But Wisconsin, it's a bit different. In fact, the humidity today was 60% in Wisconsin. And health experts say that our homes should be somewhere between 30 and 60% humidity level. They report that anything above 60% is considered high. You know, the part where you start getting sweat building up and humidity gets on the windows and everything else. Well, there are so many things about this guy's statement that are frustrating me that I'm going to just stop and invite you to go back and listen to it again. Make sure you're watching this case. We've been talking about it on Court TV this week. But here's what I want to know from all of you. Do you think this guy's being sincere and just doesn't have enough fluid to show tears? I'm going to be watching for your comments down below. And I want to thank you for taking time to indulge me on this video. I don't know why, but this one's really got my blood boiling today. Well, enough of this. Thanks for supporting us here at Profiling Evil. And please take a moment and hit that like and subscribe button. Please share Profiling Evil with your friends and make sure you're looking for us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And don't forget about our podcast. Look for Profiling
folks,
Evil.
we're going to put
at your
a link in here
platform
that you can start
have a great
calling in
weekend.
on
We'll
if
see
you
you
feel
on
like
Monday
doing
for the
so.
next video.
And we're
in the
going to
Academy
talk a little
series.
more about this
I hope
case.
you're considering our
So
channel
here's the
memberships,
link.
folks, because you get
Grab
first
it out of the
dibs at
chat.
it. Until then, thanks again, and we'll see you soon at the next crime scene. Enough of that. Well, I don't know about you, but even watching it after I watched it and preparing the video, I just go crazy watching that guy. So let's see what you're thinking now. Jeff is saying Wisconsin needs to stand up and put a stop to it. Let's see. Texas Life, Julie. Yep, I'm with you. He's full of it. Thanks, Terry. Let's see here. I bet he's thinking about the appeals. Yeah, he better be thinking about prison life, I suspect. Here's Rosa Ricardo. I'm not American, and I even feel outraged watching him. So listen, if any of you want to call in, I put the link so you can call in and jump on with me for a few minutes, and we'll talk. And if you don't, we're going to end this thing early and get you all back to your day. But it was a busy week. I was wrapping up my my expense reports from travel, and I thought I'm going to just stick this on and chat with you. I hope you like this format. Some of you have really positively talked about the prepared video with a little bit of interaction in between. So I'm going to keep doing that, and we'll see what everyone's feelings are. So let's see. Mild dehydration dampens moods, increases fatigue, and leads to headaches. Can't argue with that. The question is that what's going on with him? And I'd love to see your comments on it. Krista, thank you. Love the format. Teresa says love the format. So we'll keep doing this from time to time and have some fun with it. Kitty, there we go. Lorraine. Yeah, Kitty likes the format, so thank you. Biggie, Ohio State says prosecutors had enough yesterday. Yeah, the prosecutors got pretty frustrated. Oh, and I'll tell you what, I'm going to bring on Ray Kelly here because I owe you an apology. I don't know why I blocked you. Maybe I've always wanted to block you, Ray. I don't know. But you are blocked until I can figure out how to get it off. I don't know if everyone was catching. There was some knucklehead on there that was trying to sell his sex business or something. But what are your thoughts, Ray?
I tell you, no, it was all an act. No doubt about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, how many times
no
did you
sincerity there at all.
Yeah, how many times did you sit in on an interview when somebody is emotional? Well, every one of us have sat in on. We sat with our friends. We sat with loved ones. We sat with people we don't even know that are having a rotten day. And holy cow, I kept thinking, just give me one tear. At least spit on your finger and rub it on your eye or something to get a little glisten.
Yeah, no, it's sad. It really is. And the judge, you got to give the judge a lot of credit because, you know, that what you showed in the beginning, you know, talking like that to a judge, unbelievable.
Yeah. Could you imagine ever doing anything but absolutely respecting the judge and putting on that kind of an act and getting away with it? And people are really angry about it, but do you want this thing overturned, and do you want him taking a second run at it? Because I sure don't.
No. Well, hopefully he goes where he needs to go. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get so frustrated thinking about the families who are having to sit there and endure. We saw this with that cop killing a month ago, where the defendant laughing about the exchange of murdering a police officer. Here you got a guy who's saying, look, yeah, it's a murder trial. I didn't put any thought into this. I just ran people over.
Yeah, no, it's bad. And I let me just tell you about your new format too, by the way. I think it's great. I think this new format is great. You get feedback from the people, you get different guests on the show, and I don't want to become a regular, but I enjoy being on your show, Mike. I
Well,
think the world.
people might want you to be a regular. Who knows, Ray?
But I tell you, if I knew I was going to be on, I would have dressed appropriately. But I just got on off a flight coming back from Florida.
Oh no, I'm sure glad you did. Let's just see. We'll see if there's a couple of notes here. Back office should be able to fix it. You tap on the second time to unhide. That fix it. Well, yeah, but the problem I'm having, Alicia, is Ray's not even on the planet screen now. When I look after I threw him off the planet here, so yeah, I'm going to need a little more help, and I'll certainly need the back office to do that. The jurors need more pay for sitting in on this one. And yeah, here's the deal. It's what about those family members that have to endure this kind of baloney?
That's who you feel bad for, is the family. I mean, it's a tragedy, no doubt about it. And they're hurting. They're hurting really bad, and they're going through it all over again with the trial.
Yeah. Hey, I don't know if you caught the little note the other day, but Dennis's wife had a birthday, so
yeah,
good for Fran. She continues to
I just complimented them on their photo. I did, and I wish her happy birthday and have a great year.
Hey, folks, we're talking about Dennis Wustenhoff's wife. She is the survivor, and her children are the survivors of his murder on duty 31, almost 32 years ago. And we continue to pound the drum in hopes that district attorney will step up and file murder charges against the suspect in the case. But obviously, Ray, they got to have enough evidence and I guess enough confidence that they can get through a trial.
Exactly. And that's what it's all about, is prosecuting it. And, we as cops think, that they should be able to do it pretty simply, but they worry about the appeal and that it may get overturned. But you know it as well as I know it, Mike. If they take a plea, there's no appeal.
Yeah. Well, that's right. Well, I'll tell you, that's a frustrating one. Ray, thanks.
All right.
Where are you flying this weekend?
Yeah, no, I'm home for 3 weeks. Yeah, so.
Okay, well, be safe. Enjoy it. And
all right.
I'm going to get this thing fixed, and I'll figure out what I did. And I'm so sorry. I'm glad you jumped on so I can publicly apologize to you.
No. Have a good day, and everybody.
Thanks, buddy.
Thanks a lot. Okay, Mike. Good seeing you. Bye-bye.
So let's see. Dog Defender, the guy's real personality shines. Yeah, boy, I'll tell you, don't you start to see that come through. Sally, I've been waiting for you to cover Darrell Brooks. Hey, I've done a number of things on Darrell, Sally. I've been doing some court TV appearances as well, and hopefully you've caught those, but continuing to watch this one and see how it unfolds. I mean, I don't see this being anything but a guilty conviction on all counts, but it'll be interesting to see what happens. So been a lot of dynamics today in the courtroom. In fact, someone just texted in here and I lost where it was, so please forgive me, that the judge just cleared the courtroom. So apparently the antics are continuing, but he's going to wrap up pretty quickly. And now some other goofus is throwing some things in, so I'm going to block them and see if I can get them off the planet here. So sorry about that, folks. I don't know why all of a sudden these disgusting people are trying to mess up our chat, but nonetheless they are. So, hey, folks, doesn't look like anybody else is going to call in. I'm going to give you just a few more seconds to do so. And if not, we're going to give you your weekend. And I hope you do have a good weekend. I've been busy this week. Of course, I was at the International Chiefs Conference for 7 straight days. Just got home a few nights ago. And now I'm taking care of my mom's affairs. I never said it publicly on Profiling Evil, but thank you for your patience over the months that we were doing a little more intensified care, and she passed away, and thankfully she made it, got on with all the good stuff. And for those of you who are people of faith, it's awfully nice when death comes at the right time, and you have a faith tradition that tells you things are going to work out. So let's see. I've been in many courtrooms and never seen a defendant show such disrespect. Man, oh man, do I agree with that. Let's see. I'm ignoring. Thanks for ignoring those. Yeah, they're pretty disgusting. Let's see here. Oh, Carolyn, thank you so much. Yeah, but no, that was a happy day. Almost 93 years old. And she suffered toward the end. So it was good to see her be able to get on. Somebody needs to tell this guy to put his toys back in the pram. Let's see. Sorry for your loss. Oh, that's so nice of you. Let's see. Let Judge Judy at him. Amen. Boy, she would tune him up, wouldn't she? And the flights of angels sing thee day. Thank you. Thank you. Well, hey, everybody, I really appreciate you. I hope you have a great weekend. I hope you're enjoying Profiling Evil and kind of this new way of doing things. I hope you're sharing us with your friends. We kind of grow slowly and organically, which I really like, because we have really high quality people. Today, I don't know what, must have been something I put in that thumbnail that got a couple of goofy people to jump in. But I really appreciate how you talk to each other, how you argue back and forth, how you share your opinions, and you do it at a high level. And that's really cool. So thanks. I hope you all have a great weekend. Don't forget, Monday night, the Academy series, the next session will pop up, and you'll have a chance to watch that video. If you're not a member of the Academy, I hope you'd consider doing it. Obviously, the money helps. Somebody dinged me the other day, sent me an email and complained on one of the chats about you shouldn't ask for money. Well, get over it, because this stuff is expensive. And, you know, YouTube, what they charge for different things, what the hosting services, what StreamYard charges. And then on top of all of that, when you do something like that, we get to help people. Like last year, we buried 3 people, paid for 3 different people to be buried so their families didn't have to bear the expense. We paid for some searches. We actually gave a huge donation to a Children's Justice Center building fund that's going to break ground in the first of the year. And we'll do some videos on that during the year. And we gave a really sizable donation to the university to train police officers in sex abuse of children cases. So I'm really proud of that. And that's because folks like you are helping out. So I really appreciate it. I want you to know I don't use a penny of this for me. Thankfully, I even get a free Diet Dr. Pepper. So keep supporting if you can. And if the only way you can support is with a subscribe and a thumbs up, that's good enough for me. If you can do more, thanks a lot. It really helps out. But I hope you all have a great weekend, and I hope that you're all doing really well. Thanks for taking time to join in, and we'll see you all soon at the next crime scene.